Thank God in Final Fantasy X, breathing underwater isn't a necessity.
Riku!
It's optional in Spira. And so is head trauma.
Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
So as a GM, I would totally also use this as a chance to introduce the players to their new world by giving them something familiar, while also being like, oh, these are definitely strangers, but there's something shared now between some of the party. Giving Tidus this connection through blitzball makes him more likely to trust them, open up to them, or at least just connect with the NPCs he's about to meet. Do that with your players. Give them a means of like connecting with the community they start with. It goes a long way. Because last time we were doing the whole like, oh, how would I run this? Having them wake up in the water, you don't have to do it verbatim, but have them wake up in this new place after whatever washed them away. Continuing that whole I don't know where I am or I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a fish out of water. In Tidus' case, literally.
Yo. Hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
Hi, Bender.
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
You know, amateur. Who you play for?
The Xanarkin Abes.
What did Riku say before? Don't tell them
What
about
team you say
Xanarkit.
again?
I meant, forget that. I got too, close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is. Or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you. But you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon.
And this is how you introduce a culture to the party
All right, back to practice.
without making it overt, without
Waka.
making it,
Coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What? You hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
that moment of like them doing the praise be to Yevon thing, the party's gonna be like, wait, Yevon? Instead of it being like thrown in your face with a temple, you get the signet. I mean, the
I felt
symbol.
like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkin was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Xanarkand Abes, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
So yeah, this is, again, another chance to do exposition about the world as well as the party, their situation. Because, the prologue was very much a... You got into, like, from level 1 to level 3. Here, on Besaid, if we're looking at this, again, from, like, a TTRPG setting, this is the first time we're going to be, like, a civilized area. This is going to be... This will be all the roleplay. This is where you finally get the players a chance to actually interact with NPCs more one-on-one on an even level, as well as a non-antagonistic one. Gives them a chance to actually ask questions, get answers, as well as just look around and get their feet wet. No pun intended. For the record, do not sexually assault people by slapping their ass like that. Don't do that. Though it could be argued he slapped his back, but it looked like he slapped his ass. GMs, you could use this opportunity to also take time to practice and work on your descriptions of the environment. In terms of, like, describe the color of the water, the sounds of nature, all these things. You can use this opportunity during their exploration and roleplay to enhance the world that they're in. Always good time to do it. It's like any time they're in a non-combat setting. Good place to practice. Excuse me. And unlike a Final Fantasy game, there wouldn't be these random battles all the time, but you could sprinkle, like, skill challenges instead. Like, for example, if they fell into the water, do some skills regarding constitution. How good are they at swimming? What's it called? Maybe just whatever roleplay they come up with. Learn to go with the flow, but also, like, prepare potential skill things just so they can feel like they're doing something other than you're narrating their movements. Ask the players what they want to do on their way to the village. Ask them to roleplay out, like, what they're talking to the NPC about. Give them control of the dialogue instead of the NPC. Therefore, whatever they ask, you can know, oh, these are things they want to know versus what they don't want to know. It's a lot better to keep them interested when they control the conversation. Versus, like, when a GM just says, oh, the NPC controls it. No, let the party do it. Fucking piranhas. Lovely antidotes. We always love those. So one thing we got from Waka's dialogue earlier, and through just traveling this waterway, the ruins of the old world are still there, and it can build up so many again, roleplay type questions in terms of, like, why if these ruins are from 1,000 years ago, why does no one take them down? Why does no one renovate them? Why is that a choice to just let them lay where they are? And it's a possible explanation to how the people treat these ruins, as well as how they just see them. Are they revered? Are they viewed hostilely? like so many options to why these ruins could just be left to time. Versus either be repaired, taken down, or whatever.
Let me go.
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
Hmm? A major blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right?
That's twice
It'll
someone...
be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on.
This is twice, though, someone has suggested Tidus go to Luca for this tournament.
Sure thing.
Just to find someone they know. Demonstrating, even though
Our team is gonna rock, eh?
Waka's not Albed and Riku is Albed, both of them are trying to help someone they don't know, simply because he needs help.
I thought then that blitzball and sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common.
Storytelling-wise,
I wasn't too far off either.
that's a good way to demonstrate the different cultures and beliefs and interpersonal stuff.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5. I joined the Aurochs at 13, 10 years ago. 10 years, and we never won a game.
That's pretty
Well,
sucky.
After last year's tournament, I quit. Time seemed right. So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
The game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament? Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best.
Wrong.
If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory!
Exactly.
When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
A demonstration of the two personalities of the two men. Waka grew up in a very laid-back culture where, you know, yeah, you do your best, but if you don't win, it's not the end of the world. Tidus, though, not even in a negative way, but he grew up in a, if you're going to play a game, you play to win because you owe it to yourself to do your best.
The one from the sea.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Twould.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
So now we've been introduced to a faction, which is good. Let your players know, hey, there are organizations, there are groups that have sway, impact on the the cultures around them.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
And what? I don't know any prayers. Because Tidus doesn't. He comes from a very secular place. Prayer is not something he does.
Of course I'd never prayed before in my life.
See?
Not that he would know that.
must have forgot or something. Here, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try. Not bad.
And now for a
Okay,
plot
now,
twist.
Go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Say. That could suggest to your players that the people who started this religion were blitzers in the past. That would be like a logical conclusion. Though another conclusion is that the people that started this faith may have come from where he's from. Yeah, don't mind me, dude. I'm just taking all this stuff. Again, diving into this idea that like the temple is the center of this village, and look how big it is compared to the huts. The temple is the center of this community. This sets your players up for wondering, how involved are we going to be with this religious group if this is how big the temple is? How like involved the community is. Also, will we be on their side or will they be against us? But upon entering,
It was then, standing in that place.
it's very unassuming. It's grand, but it's not intimidating either.
I began to realize how different this world was
At
from
least
my
not
own.
antagonistically. I never really noticed, but the two statues, like, in the back corners, like, it's, you'll find out later, is Yuna and Zeon, her husband.
Years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a high summoner?
He loves just putting his foot in it.
I got too close to Sin's toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
So, you can infer what you want, but also notice how the people reacted to his comments. May the blessing be, yeah, okay. But yeah, like, notice how quickly everyone was about to, like, jump down his throat going, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, he's been infected by toxin? Oh, okay, never mind. We can forgive him. The suspension of disbelief, or just trust in someone, tells you a lot about these people. They haven't had reason to distrust anyone like that. Pray hard, and the toxin will surely release its grip on you. The fact that no one's challenged him on this also tells you the toxins have probably a multitude of effects if the toxin's a thing. Now we're going to go talk to the Crusaders, because We should.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
Sure.
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir! The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Right there, you're also realizing players could use this opportunity to start, like, as we've been doing, just asking around town, learning what's going on. Give them the chance to roleplay out what they want to know, what they want to glean, and obviously use this as a skill thing. How much religion checks could they do? How many, like, intelligence checks? History checks? All skill checks can be done here, as the NPCs explain stuff.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look bushed.
He was unconscious in the water. I don't think napping is really what he wants. But we'll take a nap anyway, on a very probably cozy bed. That's coincidentally the right size for him.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
It's always something that triggers a memory.
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Waka?
I know a lot of GMs we have differing taste about dreams, but that would be a good way for the players to get a bit of like a what's it called, a sense of connection to their personal stuff. Because if a player has given the GM enough of backstory, you could use what they learn in their first town as a way to filter dreams. What connects them to their past, to their present. Gives them a way to like feel that something is important enough to be like, oh, we're not gonna just pass through. What grabs them? Because dreams fuck with you, they stick.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner
Cloister.
prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Can be.
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Here we have a situation where you get to determine, is a player's action morally,
Maybe
lawfully,
this wasn't such a good idea.
chaotically, or neutrally good. Ethically speaking, preventing anyone from dying would be seen as good. But from this religious point of view, you're doing an evil act. So this could be a good way of doing a cool take on alignment, which would be reputation. Instead of it being, oh, my character's neutral good, so I can't do this thing because, it's not what we do. No. The GM can make note that they acted in this way, which would be ethically good, but lawfully bad. So it would not cancel each other out, but it would definitely have a mixed reaction amongst all the people that know you just did it. It gives the players a sense of you're not being punished for the initiative, but also, like, there's going to be a consequence afterwards. Which some players actually love because they like feeling like the sense of, like, oh, there's not only just a consequence, but a natural response to what they do. Not so much it's just black or white cookie cutter. Like, yes, there is a response. It's always gonna be a yes and, but it's a what follows and how does it follow, which can genuinely be the deciding factor. Touch symbols. Give me the sphere. I remember right, I do this. Yep, cool. Oh yeah, hold on. Yeah. No, I have to leave it there. Forgot. Hold on. Hold down. I remember now. Okay. I was doing like 3 steps at the same time. That's my bad. So Cloister Trials would be a very good skill checks area. Not a combat dungeon, but a puzzle dungeon. And some players don't like puzzles, which is fine. But you can give it to the players in general just to be like, hey, you gotta do a thing, from like, because you're going after this character that's supposedly, in trouble. There's gonna be challenges because, as the priest said, it's all about faith. So give them puzzles that they can decide how they want to solve them. Yes, it's good for you to come up with some answers on your own, like as a backup, but let your players do the whole. Sometimes it's creative. If they come up with a good enough idea how to solve a puzzle, say that was the right answer. Don't tell them that you're saying, oh no, I had an idea but yours is better. No, just be like, hey, you figured it out, yeah. Only because sometimes, let's be realistic, the answers we come up with either are too complex or they're just not that great. The Rod of Wisdom. And push that pedestal, and whoop-bam.
Hey! What's gotten into you? Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here.
Well, too bad.
It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian? Whoa! Ah!
Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far,
Right?
might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it.
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
As Tidus reveals, that would be the players finding out that whatever preconceived notions they had are now dispelled, because they now are like, oh, now we have a lot to think about.
Hey, over here!
Using this type of moment, this kind of whole scenario would be a good opportunity for players to decide what they're going to do once they leave this place and decide where they're fitting in the world.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
A great way to introduce divinity in your games would be something like this. Does the character that they helped out, is it a cleric, a paladin, whatever religious thing? How do they display the power they just gained from their patron or their deity or whatever? And how does the party respond to it? Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it, oh shit, we're kind of fucked with the wrong faith? What do we do? Remember, most tabletops actually have an actively present divinity to some degree. Aeons are just like that.
I remember that night we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Hi guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best! Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh? Victory! 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 Yeah!
Gotta love how enthusiastic they get.
We sure got the boys worked up, huh?
Yeah, we did. Well, yeah, they're just talking about like the game, so it's fine.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Hey.
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
That's ominous.
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
What was this? Like,
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
She's cute, yeah?
good opportunity if players want to flirt or interact with NPCs or each other. Really good opportunity. Everyone's around a campfire. Everyone's relaxing. Good roleplay moment. Just saying.
Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Again, you do not have to run romancing in games. Always discuss it with your players and your GMs. Learn everyone's boundaries and what they're comfortable with. But if it is something that happens in your game, opportunity like this would be great for it. Do it during the first evening. Well, not the first evening, but, like a lay down session. Not encourage it, but allow it to happen naturally. Don't force the end of the day right away. Let some roleplay before bed happen, so that way, before the long rest, the party can be like, no, we socialized out what we want to do.
Ready for bed?
And then, of course, when you are done,
Good. Sleep tight.
everyone has a long rest. And that's when you give them all nightmares. No, I'm kidding. Unless you want to give them nightmares of the mommy/daddy issue variety. Because let's be honest, who doesn't love mommy or daddy issue fucking characters?
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
I hate you.
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
Yeah.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it.
That's a little patronizing.
I hate you!
Now I want to say, if you're
Dead,
gonna,
okay? Dead.
I want to say, if you are going to give your players dreams like that one, make sure beforehand it's something they'd be okay with, because in a way, to do that type of dream, you have to make sure there's clear communication. That way the player doesn't feel like you are personally going after them for the whole, like, ooh, what are you going to do, cry? Like, the whole, like, egging them on. So just, again, remember, in TTRPGs, communication is important, especially in situations where it could be bordering on something that may be sore or weak subject for the player. Cool? Cool. Carrying on.
He does look a lot like Chapu.
Chapu.
I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu.
Correct.
You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
I never noticed until just, like, thinking about it. She's heading back to the temple. I wonder if that's where she sleeps. Unless she's staying with, like, Yuna.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Good opportunity for connecting with NPCs or each other.
Stop. You're embarrassing me.
In learning that someone has the idea to fight God because God took their brother away. You know, typical RPG stuff. Also, I just realized, I think that's the map. Is that a map? Can't click on it. It looks like that. Looks like that's a map of Spira on the wall.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
It's a cool blade.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
Suddenly he's like, I don't know if I
We're taking
want
the same
this.
boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together. You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
If possible, have the start of the story be with the home of one of your players. That way, when they all leave that town or whatever, it's them stepping out of the world. If a player is okay with it, it's a good way to make one of the players be that fish out of water for the story because they never left home. Always a good opportunity if you can do it. Not a requirement, but it's a cool. Talk with your players, see if you can get one of them to say they're okay with it.
Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
Getting the sword from Waka. Give your players gifts as often as you can.
No problem.
Not too much like overpower, but like, you know, reward them.
Pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday.
Bitch, please. I make a great guardian now.
A flyer, my kind of customer.
It's a condor. Hey, Waka leveled up. Again, you don't need to actually, like, do all the combat. You can limit the combat to how much you think is naturally deserving.
Watch this!
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Luke,
Also,
you're up.
technically, if I remember... no, wait, because it's not awakened.
Besides,
Never mind.
Good thing I'm here.
The elements...
Spells of ice work well against fire fiend, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
You could make the argument lightning is just very, very, very intensely focused fire. Water is just liquid ice, so yeah, it makes sense that they would function that way. So it still comes down to hot versus cold. At least in the 4 elements. I kind of wish this game focused more on adding earth and wind, but yeah, not every Final Fantasy does.
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
The challenge for Tidus is he's used to a world that's always like go, 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 go. These guys are a lot slower. They're a lot more intentional with their actions and their things. It's implied that the boat will wait for them because Yuna's going to be on board, so they're in no rush.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
And we're just gonna, just watch. Because again, Tidus isn't religious, so.
That should do it.
You definitely get that feeling that Tidus is gonna have a lot to learn while being with this group. Kilaka and Beaconel join as one. And then there's this asshole. He's not an asshole. I'm making fun of him. Kimari's cool. If you can, encourage blue mages in your games. Blue mage is such a great class, and I really wish it would be used in more games.
That's enough.
So if you got homebrew it or what, use blue mages.
What's with that guy?
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
Blue mage.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
I'm also going to admit, from high school, high school me loved that Yuna was heterochromic. And I can admit it was an extreme bias that one of my exes had heterochromia back in high school. Didn't have a crush on Yuna, but definitely influenced my taste. Because Yuna's so cool. Big burb. Big burb.
A flyer. That's your department, right?
True. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
Agreed.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Not always summoning, because most games don't really have summoning as... Well, some do, but not all of them. In terms of battle, GMs, or new GMs, good idea would be to, in the early levels, pick enemies that obviously would be where you are, but also pick enemies that your party has an advantage over, so they can have that sense of excelling at something. Like they can stretch their character's muscles and know, oh, I have advantages over these. Like they can learn how to strategize together as well as independently in ways that will make them more confident going forward. Like all these fights have been showing like weaknesses, advantages, stuff like that, but it's also been an opportunity for you to learn how to co-strategize with these other people. Which in a TTRPG you gotta do because you're not the only one fighting. There's multiple people at the table who are going to be working with you. learn how their character works as well as yours, so you can synergize and make combat go by so much better. Because eventually the GM's going to work to actually beat you. And you don't want to get overwhelmed because you guys don't know each other's stuff. Don't get in each other's way. Where are we at? 200? I think 250 should be easy for the fire attack. Yep. Didn't want to drag that out. I didn't mention it during these fights, but I'll mention it now. Learn, both players and GMs, learn how to keep an eye on initiative order. Because, like, watch.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
Initiative is right there. You can see it is what it is. Waka, Lulu, Monster, Yuna, Waka, Monster, etc. You want to find a way that when the initiative is what it is, how to best take advantage of it. Because initiative can be made or broken by who goes in what order. Oftentimes people are like, oh no, I'll just, I'll wait for my turn, just do whatever. No, like, see if you can co-opt each other. Like, oh, so-and-so's before me, I'll do this following their move, so that way they benefit from it because they can do one thing. We can bounce off each other. Some characters, well, classes, have things that actually work well when used in conjunction with other classes. Some items could be used in conjunction. For example, if a player has a vial of oil, throw it on, use their action to throw it on the enemy. Next player's turn is a magic user. Fire. Suddenly the fire damage has more impact. So again, it's all about learning how initiative can benefit you versus just be this little waiting game between turns. Another thing, many people won't say it, but you should know it. Be ready when it's your turn in combat order. There are plenty of people before and after you, giving you ample time to get yourself ready, so when your turn comes around, you can know exactly what to do, so you're not holding the rest of the team up. Yeah, certain times you'll be like, ah shit, everything before me happened and I have to change my whole strategy, but like, have an idea of what you're gonna do. No one likes the person who's sitting there for like 10 minutes before they've even done anything because they don't know what to do. So yeah, just learn your character in and out enough, that way you can benefit the most from it. Also, formation. I think that's the only combat we have to do left. Nope, one more. That actually worked out. Sweet. So like last episode, I said that by this point in the story, you should guys be level 3 or so. I still stand by that. Do not make the party leave this type of area going to level 4. Hold off on that. Keep them at level 3 for a while so that they have ample time to learn and flex the 3 levels they've gained from beginning of the game till now. Level 4 will come though. Because in my opinion, a good TTRPG is a 5-act structure. So level 4 should happen. Level 4 or 5 should happen very, very precisely, especially if you're doing milestone. I don't like the idea of experience points because it's just really easy to just, you know, easy to farm the living shit out of experience. When I'd much prefer milestone, so it's all narrative. Unless a game has, like, the sphere grid, do milestone. It's easier. Because 20 levels is going to be, like, yeah. Again, that's just me. I know not everyone thinks that way. To those of you who do experience, cool. I've never liked it. Poor kid's all teary-eyed.
Goodbye.
What an asshole. Fun time for rogues, I guess. Tidus being a perv. What an asshole.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
Something that a lot of players don't usually know what to do with is situations like this, which is transit. Because a lot of people are either fast travel it because they don't know what to role play, or the GMs don't know what kind of encounters to make up. Good idea, just let it happen naturally. I'm not saying force the players to role play, but force them into the situation where it's like, no, you guys have shit to do. Go ahead. Figure out what you guys are gonna do on the boat.
Word is that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
Really, I can't fit through that little space between them.
If you interfere with Yuna's pilgrimage, we won't take it lightly.
Okay, chill. I'm not gonna fuck around. I'd much rather not find out.
So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple.
Yes, we did.
Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Oop.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
I love how they shit on Waka so much like that. Let's go talk to Yuna. Yuna awkwardly as fuck.
The wind. It's nice.
Teens.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
It does.
I've heard in Xanarkin, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
And that's how you make the players involved. Pull their backstories to the present.
My father. His name is Jekt.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
That's not what he thinks.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkin.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jekt came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jekt 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left.
Good reason to remember. Dad's leaving.
The date fits,
Or any
doesn't it?
parental figure leaving in TTRPG is a good, plot point.
yeah, but how would he get here?
Same way you did.
You're here? Are you not?
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
I've got to do some things. Oh well. Not like it's a big deal. Spike some sin scales. Swap to Lulu. This would be where I tell you get level up your party level 4. This type of situation where like this is a big encounter and it's definitely one where it's like, oh, this will have repercussions on like the group. Because narratively, this is a good spot to get to level 4.
Things are there?
The Fin, that's where they're coming from.
Fighting at a distance. So yeah, Tidus will be useless against Sin, but he won't be useless against protecting Lulu and the others from the Sin scales. Let's get rid of the one that's flickering. Let's keep that up. Let's switch Kimari to Waka. How's it that Tidus is the only one that's actually doing enough damage to these fucks? Okay, center one. Pew, pew, pew. Also, notice how these Sin scales are a little bit different than the ones we fought with Orin and Xanarkand in their color scheme. These ones have the more distinct purple, it's more vibrant, whereas the other ones were more blue and green. Who knows if there's a narrative reason? Or it could just be a different color scheme just because. We're trying to get everyone in on this fight. Trying to get, you know, this is a shared collective effort. Hold on. Okay. Give us that energy ray. Ooh, nice. Remember what I said earlier about initiative order? This is what things you have to sacrifice when you're doing something like this. Because Aeon overdrives take forever to recover from. Boy, does it take forever. Dismiss. Hold on, actually. Kimari. Okay. Tidus finished. Nope, fuck. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. White magic, cure herself. Might as well make her actually do her job. Is that enough? Yeah, it was. And that's how you that's a good way to end a battle without making them actually have to be like, we actually have to kill this thing. The thing that's holding them to the ship breaks. Again, breathing in underwater. Optional. We can tell, though, he used a potion, not a phoenix down. Dolphins. Remember how I said, like, the level 4? It wouldn't have been awarded after fighting Sin. It would have been awarded after this. This would get level 4, probably. Maybe. Actually, I don't think it would. No, actually, no, I don't think it would. I'd take that back. This whole dual fight thing, definitely not a level up moment. I know what you're saying. Why the hell not? Well, because it just doesn't need to be. Remember, they only got to level 3 after with Riku and that type of scenario. You don't need to level up too quick again. So again, this would just be a normal boss fight. Letting them show off and letting them have fun with their stuff. So I know before I said this would be a good level up spot, I changed my mind. I retract that. I'm allowed to do that. I'm a GM. I can retract anything I want. Something to always keep in mind is spell slots / MP. In this game, it's MP. Notice Waka only has 5 MP left, and he uses 5 per dark attack. Keeping that thing blinded is going to be costly, so make sure you have the items or the means to keep your magic from going to 0. You don't want to be running out and then be fucked. So that being said, always take care of your spellcasters. Unlike the rest of like the martial players who can just swing their sword and beat the crap out of things, magic users gotta be more careful. And it's up to the party to take care of them. Ah, shit. You gotta heal the blinder first. So he can do this and keep that big boss from doing major damage. And see, we're good. What I would have done is required for this type of battle, those two to be in the water the whole time, and the other three to be above the water the whole time on the boat, having the two boss battles happening concurrently. Therefore, it would be over faster. The idea would be like, while Sin's pulling them, or the boss is pulling them, the other one is like clinging to the ship or something. Think of a way to, you know, make it dynamic in all that. Don't make it 2 combat sessions. Find a way to make it as streamlined as possible for everybody. And something all GMs will have to reckon with one day is committing acts of devastation to motivate the party.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin.
Good.
I must defeat Sin.
Agreed.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
When storytelling, sometimes you have to do stuff like this to your party. Know that you're not doing it to hurt them so much as you're doing it to motivate them. Know the line. You don't want to discourage them. You want to inspire them to do good or evil.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, milady summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
After acts like this, allow the party a chance to help the survivors. Give them that chance to feel like they're not just passive observers, but active
We'll go see what we can
helpers.
do to help in town.
As you see with Waka and those guys, they're running off to go help. Make your players see they have an opportunity to help, even if it's in just the cleaning up. Because sometimes that's what makes them feel like they're actually contributing, other than just combative. Yes, we beat the Sin spawn, and yes, we fought off Sin, but we didn't stop this. And there is a weight of, we wish we could have did more. That's a weight that even just something as simple as fixing a boardwalk can help them feel like they've undone the damage. Excuse me. I know I said I just want to do it again. Anyway. That'll do it for this episode. Next time we'll go into Kilika, see this sending, and continue on. Because eventually we're going to leave Kilika and head to Luca. Until then, take it easy, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!